A lot of style channels, mine included, we like to talk about brands that are a bit above the price range of the average person. It's not that I particularly have more money than the average guy to spend on clothes, I just prioritize spending on clothes over other luxuries, and I generally buy high quality over quantity. Although I do advocate buying the best that you can afford, I do think there are some benefits of fast fashion that we don't really hear enough about in this community. And if you follow the steps in this video, then you can find affordable, timeless styles that will make you look like $1 billion. And yeah, we're saying $1 billion now because inflation. Here's the number one benefit of fast fashion, and this especially applies to young guys. Your body is going to change. So there's always a risk when you buy an expensive garment that something will happen. Either you gain weight, you lose weight, you gain muscle, something either intentional or not intentional will happen, and those clothes will no longer fit you. Of course, there is tailoring and adjustments, but you can only adjust clothes so far before the fit just starts to look a bit weird. So to give you an example from my personal life, between 24 and 25, I gained about 70 pounds. I was a super skinny guy beforehand. I wasn't happy with it. I decided to start going to the gym, started eating right, got into a much healthier weight category. But none of the clothes that I owned before fit me anymore. So I had to completely start from scratch. Luckily, most of the stuff that I bought beforehand wasn't super expensive, but I bought some stuff along that journey which was, and I have a bit of buyer's remorse because I spent $200 on a pair of pants from Suit Supply. I get them altered, another $30, $50, get them altered again, a bit more expensive, and then it's just gone too far and I can't wear them anymore. When it comes to pants, is a big thing for me that my waist size is going up and down. So personally, you've seen me wear these before, but I have found that these $19.99 pants from Shein, yeah, I know, they obviously are not as high quality, but they have a really cool style to them, a very classic kind of Gurkha trouser dupe, I suppose you call it. They're super comfortable. They're honestly more comfortable than my Suit Supply pants, just because the seat fits my body better. And what's good is that they're $20, so when my waist goes up a size, I just get another pair. When my waist goes down a size, I get another pair. I don't have to worry too much about the tailoring, and I don't have this extreme buyer's remorse of like, God, I've just spent $250 on this immaculate pair of trousers and 2 months later they don't fit me. So I do plan on getting a few pairs of custom-made trousers that fit my unusual requirements for the waist and seat ratio and everything like that when I'm happy with my body. I want to lose a bit more body fat, I want to lose a bit more size off my waist, and then when I'm certain that this is the way I want to look for, 5 or 10 years, then I will go and spend a few $100s getting the custom trousers that I really want. But until then, fast fashion is serving a good purpose for me in that department. So, how do you get the most out of your fast fashion purchases? When it comes to shopping at these stores, I don't compromise on the overall aesthetic that I want to create. And you can actually look for the same staple pieces and anything else elegant and classic that you would buy at other stores like Suit Supply, Brooks Brothers, Ralph Lauren. So avoid trends and also avoid sales where they're just generally offloading last season's trends anyway. And still be just as selective as you would be if you were buying some custom clothes. Think about what you want beforehand and then go and find that exact item. And when you are holding the garments in the store or you're checking out the product description online, look at the material used. Most fast fashion stores will use polyester and other synthetic fabrics pretty much all the time, but what's better is if you can find something like a linen or cotton or wool material. Personally, I found that on the lower end, like H&M, they seldom have real materials. But if you spend a little bit more, place like J. Crew or Abercrombie, then you're going to get real 100% linen or cotton, and the quality in fabrics can actually be quite nice. Now here's the most important part of getting your fast fashion clothes looking stylish, and that is to nail the fit. Off the rack, it's almost inevitable that the clothes won't fit you perfectly, but that's true whether you are buying fast fashion or luxury. So you need to either learn how to tailor your own clothes, find somebody who will do it for you, or pay somebody to do it. Personally, I'm lucky. My girlfriend is an excellent seamstress and she can do the majority of my alterations for me. But before I met her, I actually used to do these myself. I had a sewing machine and I watched YouTube tutorials. That's it. If you can't do it yourself or get somebody to do it for free, then you can use the extra money that you saved by buying more affordable clothes and go to a tailor and get the adjustments that you need done. Some things are going to cost you more than others, like getting darts in a shirt will be between 10 and 15 bucks. So we'll getting the waist pulled in, on a jacket. Other things like getting the jacket sleeves shortened will be more like $70. So I would try and get that fitting correctly off the rack. Same as the shoulders, like you need the shoulders to fit you perfectly as you go. They can't really do very much to the shoulders. It's very complicated and expensive. So if you're looking for a jacket, for example, get the shoulders right, hopefully get the sleeve length right, and then you can always pull in the waist and give it a bit of a slimmer fit. Tailors aren't magicians, so if something looks abysmal on you before you've got it tailored, then it's probably either going to be very hard to get looking right or it's going to cost you a lot of money. I've been in the tailors before and some guy has bought in, some wild suit from the 1950s that's like 3 sizes too big for him, and he comes out having spent $300 getting the suit to fit him, and I just think, what is the point of that? So fast fashion gets demonized a lot in the sartorial community, and for good reason. The quality is generally pretty poor, the styles are generally just trendy and meaningless, and the way that the clothes are made is quite unethical. But I do think that fast fashion has a role in a young man's sartorial journey. So here's what I say. It's a good way to experiment with things without a significant financial risk. You've got a great shot at being a stylish young man if you shop at H&M, Uniqlo or Zara. You've got a sewing machine or a friend who can sew and make your clothes fit you perfectly. The rest is more about your knowledge and your taste of style. So although there are major downsides to fast fashion, if you don't have a big budget or you're still working on your physique or finding what looks good on you, then I think fast fashion absolutely has its place. And then you can look to upgrade everything as the other things in your life fall into place. Of course, if you already have the money, you're happy with your body and you know exactly what you want, then there's no reason to say that you can't just buy high quality and get it all right the first time. But all the young guys out there like me would be kidding ourselves if we thought that we would get it right the first time. So don't allow the purists out there stop you from experimenting and see which styles work for you. You can look like $1 billion on a shoestring budget these days. You just need to know what to buy and how to make it fit you. Let me know if you would enjoy seeing a more literal video in the future, where I could pick up some fast fashion pieces, show you how I choose them, how I tailor them, and how I put the outfit together. I would enjoy doing that, so if that would be a useful or entertaining video, then let me know in the comments and I will absolutely do that. In the meantime, I am very interested to get your guys' take on the whole fast fashion scene. Do you think it has a place in being a well-dressed man, especially for the younger guys out there? I look forward to chatting with you all and having a friendly debate about this topic in the comments.